Good evening, YouTube. Be very early in the evening, but good evening, YouTube. So today I'm going to do a rant on soccer moms. Now, to me, it seems that soccer moms are really fucking lazy. What do I mean by that? Well, when it comes to protecting their kids, they're very adamant about it. Thing is that over the years, we've made it incredibly easy for them to see exactly what's in media. If they want to watch it, we give them parental controls on TVs and little letters on game boxes that tell you what age it's intended for, and on the back it says things like blood, gore, violence, drug references, fantasy violence, all that stuff. Yet still, they still complain to the companies that make that stuff, saying, stop making it, ban it from the home market. Well, last time I checked, this was America. We had free speech, and we could look at whatever the hell we wanted. And besides that, we've, like I said, we've made it really easy for you to block your kids from that stuff. Passwords, parental controls, game ratings and all that, the ESRB. But you still complain. So stop it. I mean, how much simpler could we make it for you besides, banning all that stuff from the market? I know you want to protect your kids. Well, so, number one, why don't you just use your voice? Tell them not to watch that stuff in the first place if they don't listen. Put on some parental control passwords that they can't access as too easily. Put on, but most importantly, tell them what's right and what's wrong in the real world so that they know not to do stuff from the video game in the real world. I don't think it could be any easier than that. I mean, especially when you still have some shred of control over them. Tell them when they're young. Don't hold back. While I'm at it, I'm also going to cover something else in this rant. Taboo subjects. What do I mean? Well, why is it so bad for a teenager like myself to know about sex and drugs and all that? Thanks to a health class, I do know a bit, but I don't know much. Thanks to abstinence education, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, they try to keep drugs and stuff a secret from their kids until they're like almost 18. Why? Why not tell them about the dangers of drugs while they're young so that you can prevent stuff like that from happening? Just tell them when they're young, give them all the warnings, and if they still do that, well, what can I say? They're kind of stupid. But, just tell them at an early age and then boom, you're done. You don't need to keep it secret to them. You don't need to rely on TV ads or something. And you don't need to ban everything you don't like just because you think your kid might become, a murderer or a rapist or something. You have parental controls. You have the ratings on the boxes that tell you blood, gore, violence, and stuff. We've made, it's really easy now to, make sure your kid isn't watching what you don't want them to watch. So, don't mess it up for the rest of us. If an adult wants to watch that stuff, fine. Let him watch it. You can keep your kids from it using, again, parental passwords. And, but they're still complaining. Why are you still complaining for the companies to stop making it? I mean, obviously it still has an audience, so, and some of them have really big audiences, like, video games, for example. And another thing, why do they want to, ban all violence from video games? Then they would just be boring. I mean, like, I once, watched a small video of a Barbie game just to see how crappy it would be. And it was nothing but a puzzle game. And then there's those Barbie horse games, whatever. You know, I and also I was addicted for a short time to Nintendogs, but my DS is broken, so I can't play that. But most of my games are violent, and I still haven't killed anyone in real life. You know, you know. I mean, I punched a guy in the face once, but he was pissing me off. He was doing crappy imitations of my voice. He was, you know, and it was not connected in any way to video games. I can tell you that much. But my point is that why is it that just because you think it might influence your kids, why does it make it so you have to make it so everybody else can't see it? Why is that? I mean, like I said, we make it easy for you. We, this, to let the rating and the warnings on the back of the game boxes, blood, gore, violence, blah blah, and and the there are even little rating signs on the TV too, like TV 7, TV 14, TV PG, all that stuff. And we got again parental controls. We've it's really easy for you now. So why don't you just, to quote Stewie, get off your ass and do some parenting. Oh, wait, I sounded more like the Terminator. Damn it. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, there we go. Oh, get off your ass and do some parenting. Damn it. Guess I'll try that later. But, it's not like kids are impossible to parent. I mean, if Kate has 8 kids and another two parents on another show have 19, I don't watch those shows, but still, I mean, it should be pretty easy to tell 1 or 2 kids that it's not okay to murder, or do drugs. Winners don't do drugs. It's everywhere now. And it's not like anyone can really stop the manufacturing of drugs, but they're trying to stop the manufacturing of bad TV shows and video games. I mean, what's the big deal about violence in a video game? Anyways, I like them because, I could kill 72 people, blow up a bunch of shit, probably nuke Canada if there's a game that can do that, and I still wouldn't get arrested in real life. That's why I like them. You can do almost anything in them. From running a theme park to, blowing shit up, running a prison. You could basically do anything. You could become Spider-Man, the Hulk, Batman, Superman. Although I've heard the Superman games are pretty shitty. Thank you, AVGN. But the point is, if you really want that badly for your kid not to see that stuff, tell him outright, do some parenting, just, tell him what's right from wrong and what you don't want him to see. That's very easy, if he's watching something you don't want, change the channel on him. Dad used to do that, but then my parents taught me all about right and wrong, and then now I can see that stuff and go, well, I'd never do that in real life. It's very simple. It's easy. Passwords, ratings, again. Use the stuff they give you. It's not that hard. Even if you're like some kind of war veteran, it's easy. They have instruction booklets on how to do it. How to set up parental passwords. And again, on games, you can look down the back of the box and see everything that's bad in there. Drug references, alcohol references, sex references, blood, gore references, everything. It's easy, again. So, in other words, don't ban it from the rest of us just because you don't want your kid seeing it. If you don't want your kid seeing it, set a password or look on the back of the box and then don't buy the game. It's easy! And goodbye. Goodbye.